Happy Monday. Happy Cyber Monday. Lovely ladies. I hope you all are doing well. Of course, it's Monday. That means that it's time for some new motivation for me, the new love strategist of New Thing Life Coaching. Y'all already know I'm a certified life dating and relationship coach. I'm also an online dating consultant. I am all about helping my single ladies when it comes to renewing their heart and making sure that they have the necessary intentional dating skills that will help them win at Kingdom Love. I do that many different ways. Of course, you should have already heard me mention these things unless you are new to the group and new to the community. I highly advise you go to newthinglifecoaching.com so that you can subscribe, stay in the know. Of course, if you are on the email, the mailing list, then you need to be checking your emails because some crazy deals have been going on for like the past week now. And a little birdie told me right before I started this video that some of those deals are still in effect. And apparently there were like two new deals that just came out today. So there's a lot going on because I literally am so determined to help you win whatever that is going to look like for you in this upcoming season. All right. So very quickly, I just have a message that came to me. I know I kind of touched on this before, but it hit me again this morning, like in my little, devotional time. And what I want to do for new motivation is kind of ask you a question. And I want to go back to the beginning in the Bible when it comes to a few things that took place as to why this question even came to me, and especially in pertaining to you as a single Christian woman. And what I want to know is, are you firmly planted? Are you firmly planted as a Christian woman, as a woman of God? Are you planted in the truth? Are you planted in his word? Are you planted with who you know God to be and also with who God said that you are? Genesis 1:27, where of course, we know that in Genesis 1, God was creating everyone. He was creating everything. And of course, remember, and I think it was 126, and it's like, okay, like now let us. It was like Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is like, okay, like now let us, make man or whatever in our own image. And so 121, it says, okay, so in the image of God, he created them, man and woman, he created them. It says that we were created in the image of God. God created everything else and realized something was missing. He realized that people still needed to be formed. People still needed to be created. He said, let us create some things that are in our image. Now, yeah, we have everything else that was created. We got the birds, we got the animals, we got all the good stuff. But then God was like, something is still missing. So let's kick it up a notch. Then he created us. Everything was good to go. Now, of course, until later on, it was like, hey, yeah, I created everything, but it is not good for man to be alone. But we're not even going to go deep as far as that. So I mentioned Genesis 1:27 just to simply remind you how valuable that you really are. As a Christian woman, you have to believe that. You have to know that. And I tell women all the time, I know it can be hard to focus when we see so many different people. We see women being proposed to, right? We see the matching pictures and the outfits and all the trips and everything that people are taking, like all of these different things when it comes to couples. And a lot of times, if we're not careful as single women, we will end up putting our value and allow our self-esteem to be based on what God is doing for others. Now, yeah, I will admit I was that person. Sometimes it was hard for me to see certain things because, again, I was single and frustrated. But I realized even then it was like, okay, each season you kind of like, okay, well, I finally got this. Now I'm ready for this. And there are certain things that we need to work on now when it comes to contentment, because if you're not careful, you find yourself, even once you get the man, it's like you're rushing to get to the next step. And I've literally had to learn how to pace myself. Y'all know I'm always talking about pace. Pause and control your expectations. Because sometimes, like, oh, I can't wait to meet a nice guy. Then you meet a guy. Oh, I can't wait until we're exclusive. Oh, I can't wait till he proposes. Oh, I can't wait until, we can take trips. I can't wait till we get married. I can't wait till we buy a house. You'll never be satisfied because you'll always be looking for the next season. And I've done that in like all of my past relationships, where it was always like, oh, I can't wait to meet somebody. Then I can't wait for us to do this. And I can't wait to do this. And it's like, I would have a long list of things that came like even before we would even get married. So I had to learn even in this relationship, and y'all pray for my honey because he is not okay. Like poor little Deacon, like I'm doing well. All right. I'm just going to say that. But I've learned to pace with a lot of things where it's like for the first time, I can just enjoy where we are. I can just be excited with us, of course, we transition from friendship into relationship, and I can now just enjoy where we are, in this place. And I'm just like, yes, of course, there are certain things I can't wait until XYZ, but it's like, no, I'm going to be content right here. But I've been in those seasons where it's like, okay, well, I want to do that, or I want to do that. Oh, well, that has not happened for me yet. Well, this person is over here, giving credit to God for, God bringing the two of them together. I'm looking at, these people over here who, they're praising God at their wedding. And sometimes you can put all of your, those things can end up doing something to your self-esteem. So going back to Genesis 1:27, I love it because it is that reminder that your value and your identity are all found in Christ. Now, I know this time of year, there's where hopelessness comes into play. There's when depression comes into play. There's something called the holiday blues. Like I've done a YouTube video on that before, a podcast. I want to think I even did a blog on it. I get it. A lot of women were thinking this was definitely going to be the year that they were going to be in matching pajamas with somebody's son or daddy come Christmas. They were thinking maybe this is the year that they would have experienced that dream proposal. They were hoping that they were just going to have a man in general, but nope. Here it is. It's like the end of the year is almost here, and you're realizing it's not happening. Other women are getting proposed to because even in the SAS tribe, we've had countless women who have already been married, women who are engaged, like just in different stages. And we've seen this happen in this growing group of women on Facebook. We all want our happily ever after. I get it. And I know that you do too. But I want you to do me a favor, okay? Don't let the enemy win. Don't let the enemy win. And I mean that sincerely. I love Romans 12 too. I talk about that all the time, where it says, do not conform to the customs and the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because what we see right now is like, if you don't do that, if you don't keep that in mind, then otherwise you are going to find yourself potentially unblocking a problematic ex. You're going to find yourself hopping in bed with someone that you already caught hell to even be delivered from that soul tie. You will find yourself allowing loneliness to fill a void, all because like cuffing season is a real thing. Holiday blues is a real thing. The pastor from my church calls me a lot this time of year because like, Victoria, we don't understand. It's like, this is the time where it's like everybody wants to join your group. Like, what are you giving those women in your group? I was like, single women. It's single women who, again, you're dealing with the holidays and the changes of, the weather and, women who are realizing like, okay, I thought I was going to be in a relationship by now. And it's like, I got to spend another Christmas alone, or I got to explain, to family, like why I'm still single. Don't conform to what worldly women are doing right now. Do not let the enemy win. Because at the end of the day, we can think about Eve, right? How Eve had access to it all, but Eve was not firmly planted. And because she was not firmly planted, that is how the enemy was able to come right on in. And what the enemy did was he appealed to three things. And we see it in 1 John 2:16. It says, for the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and then pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father, but they are from this world. So Satan came right on in, and he appealed to Eve when it came to her flesh. It said that she saw the tree, it appealed to her eyes, and she was, of course, wanting to experience it. It appealed to her eyes because she saw it. And then, of course, the wisdom, because a lot of us will take pride in certain things that we can possess. And Satan was like, hey, you're not going to die. God just doesn't want you to have that because he knows that you're going to be entitled. You're going to know a lot. So she's like, oh, well, I want to know a lot. I want my eyes to be opened. I want that wisdom. So sometimes based off the things that we want to possess and we want to achieve, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a healthy dating life, whether it's a good man, whatever, Satan will appeal to all of those things. Now is not the time for you to get knocked down all because your 2021 goals are looking real 2022-ish, okay? That is okay. That means you still have time to see something happen. Okay, so it didn't happen this year. And what? Did you die? Did you die? Like, seriously, like now is the time for you to get focused. How are you going to make a change now in order to get what it is that you want then? Because let me tell you, if you're still sitting there like praying and sitting still, and you haven't learned yet that it does nothing, I don't know what to tell you. Like I told y'all in the message, I think what last week, there are going to be some serious changes coming about. Those of you who have been like in New Heart Academy, New Love Language, those of you who are joining the monthly membership program, those of you who are joining the new upcoming session of New Heart Academy, we're moving to a separate community for the We Will Win community with all the branded merchandise and the separate perks and different teachings and stuff like that that I'm going to be doing. The SAS tribe is still going to be here, but I am really passionate about those who are serious about investing. And I'm not just talking about money, but I'm talking about those who are willing to invest time, energy, effort, emotions, everything as a single woman. Those who are saying, hey, I want to heal for real. I want to work on me. I want to discover my purpose. I want to get right with my finances. I want to be a better communicator. I want to learn how to date. I want to know how to be in a healthy relationship. I am switching my focus, or should I say, I'm just really going deeper because that's always what I've been focused on, but going deeper with those who are serious about wanting more and those who are truly willing to invest, because I know that I am here. I know that my message, I am called to help single, frustrated women. Frustration looks different to different people, but again, I have to also keep in mind what I know that God has called and equipped me to do. And I also know that I want to still be able to relate. I've been in that position where I've been frustrated with my singleness. Yes, I was, going to church and devotionals and praying and the whole nine, but I was still frustrated with my singleness. And I know that there is a large group of women who fall in that category and where they sometimes feel like they are shamed or beaten down because of wanting a man, because they want to fall in love, because they want to be in a relationship. And I am that Me Too person saying, hey, I've been there before, but guess what? I got your back, because we're going to work on those emotions, but we're also going to work on you in this season, okay? So, where are you willing to invest your time, money, energy, and emotions as a single woman? I want you to keep in mind that everything that you think, everything you say, and everything you do is a what? It is a seed. Those are all seeds that you are planting. So, what kind of return on investment are you going to get based off what you are planting in this season, based off what you are thinking, based off what you are speaking, and based off what you are doing? What are you going to reap because of what you are sowing? My thing is, perhaps if Eve was a little bit more focused and planted, then she wouldn't have been tricked by the enemy. Listen, your enemy, our enemy, Satan, he is prowling, literally looking for someone to devour, to just run through, to destroy. That is what he is looking to do. And if he is victorious in your life, then that means that you are yielding to his power and not your divine power. Because, yes, he does have power. He's very powerful. Now, he's not as powerful as God. He does not have more power than God. We already know that to be true. But your enemy is powerful. I know that that's something as, oh, I don't want to give the enemy too much credit. You don't have to give him credit, but you can acknowledge the facts. He's powerful. And if he is victorious in your life based off of where you are right now mentally, where you are emotionally, where you are spiritually, where you are, maybe considering going back on certain things because of the sake of loneliness, then that means that you are yielding to his power and not the divine power that is at work within you. And that, my friend, is a problem. So are you ready to make some changes is all I want to know. Are you ready to experience a phenomenal year? Are you saying, like, yes, I am ready to invest and do things differently right now, all because I want to experience transformation in 2022? If that is you, let's go. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Take advantage of one of those deals that I previously sent. Drop a yes in the comments. Email me at heysis@newthinglifecoaching.com and just say yes. Like, let me know that you're in and that you're willing to invest, and I will connect with you. I will make an effort to respond to you personally, because here's what I know, and I don't mean any shade. I know that those who actually either drop the comments, send the email, send the inbox message, go to the site, I know that those are the people who are serious. And just me personally, yeah, those are the women who I'm willing to work with. Absolutely. And what I do know is that you got to be careful when it comes to singleness, because I've said it before. I am well aware of the fact that singles is a growing industry. And yes, I will say that I know a lot of people monopolize and take advantage of the desperation. I know that for me, that was something that had me to a place of not wanting to do this for the longest time. For one, I was like, who am I to be helping anyone? But I was like, no, isn't that like getting over on their pain? But when God had to keep telling me that not only was I rejecting him because that is what he called me to do, but I was also rejecting the women who needed the help. And I kid y'all not, there have been countless times where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But it's always been one of you who would either send me an email, send me a message, thanking me, telling me how you're praying for me, how whatever class just delivered you, whatever message just set you free. And that has been that reminder to keep on going. And yeah, there are times that I've had to repent because I'm like, okay, Lord, I know that you called me to do this. Sorry if it seems like I am going based off of their whatever more than yours. But I think, God understands. It was like that motivation that I needed. And again, to remind me, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. I know that there are some amazing and great coaches out there. I know that a lot of them don't do what I do. I know a lot of them don't teach what I teach. What I will say is I have been getting a little bit annoyed because I too have a business coach. And I would sometimes get annoyed when I would realize, I'm like, coach, like sometimes there are some of these people that have bigger platforms than me. They're taking my stuff. I've seen people take some of my acronyms and take some of my stuff and then try to just reword it and put it on one of their branded images. And it frustrates you because, like, you don't know what I had to go through to get this anointing and to get where I'm at. Like, because I know that I'm different from a lot of coaches because God called me to Christian women, to Christ followers, to godly women, and helping a certain group of women. So, and I know that that is the one advantage because I'm not going to just teach whatever and just, oh, I can promise I can help you get a man. No, I'm going to show you how to win at love because, again, I'm all about God's love, self love, and real love. Y'all know I teach things very, very differently. But yeah, it can be frustrating when you see these other people. It's like, really? You coming after little old me? You're watching little old me? Well, I guess I should be a little flattered, but my New Thing Life coaching page on Instagram, I have not even broken 500 followers yet. Like I'm just now getting more active on that. Like my New Thing Life coaching Facebook page, I don't even know if I've even hit 1,000 likes yet. And I really just use that when I want to do ads. This group, I decline people trying to get in this group all the time. And I'm still at less than 1,000 people. And that's like doubled in the past year. But I would always decline. Like I'm not trying to grow a large community, especially when it comes to the group. But yeah, on Facebook, Instagram stuff, okay, yeah, sure. Like I don't mind like reaching more people, but I'm not trying to get like thousands and thousands of followers because like I just don't care about that. But I'm just like little old me. I'm like, okay, so sir, ma'am, y'all are over there with tens of thousands of followers. And you watching me? Girl, bye. Listen, I'm here to help you win for real. I'm not with the nonsense. I'm not with the gimmicks, okay? I know I have testimonies on my site. I know I have other ladies who are also willing to share the testimonies and go to bat. I let everything I do speak for itself. And again, y'all know I'm always teaching y'all about what? Wisdom and discernment. So I always say, pray before you work with me. That's why I now do consultations for free. Let's talk for about 15 minutes and we might realize we're not a great fit. Because I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to see you win. That's all at the end of the day. So let me know how I can help you do that. Y'all be blessed on this fine Monday, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.